Hey everyone, Daniel Edmondson here with another tip. Today's tip is on how to really take your art to the next level. And quite frankly, it's going to seem weird to you, and a lot of you may not think this applies to you, but I guarantee it applies to almost every one of you. And that is by teaching. And I know you've heard people say that the teacher learns more than the student. And I'm here to tell you that that is exactly true. And I'll tell you why, for a couple of reasons. One is because you really do learn from your students, because they will do things in their paintings that never occurred to you. And you'll say, oh, wow, that's how you could do that. Sure, that makes sense. And so you'll get all these really great ideas from that. But that's not really it. That is one place you get it. But the real way that you get a lot out of teaching is it forces you to formulate your ideas and take your ideas about art and take them from those deep cobwebbed recesses of your brain and bring them forward and forces you to make some sort of sense of it to the point where you can actually speak and sound like you're intelligent about the whole thing. And that takes quite a bit of effort, actually, and it may seem like it'd be fairly easy to do, but you'd be surprised. It's hard to maybe put all these ideas together that you have about art, because first off, art's a very visual thing. It's not a spoken thing. So to take it and switch it from this visual imagery that you have in your brain and convert it to words, that's the first step that's kind of hard. But anyway, going on, what it does is it forces you to take all your ideas about art, about color theories and color harmonies, and what you think is true about color, what you think about is true about value structure, and how do you think paint should be applied, thick, thin, where thin, where expressive, where quiet, that kind of thing. And it takes all these elements and all the other elements too, and it forces you to bring them together in some sort of a cohesive way, so that when you're talking to people, you can, first off, make it not sound like you're an idiot, and secondly, say it in such a way that they can understand it. And if you can break it down from the point to where you understand it to where they've understand it, that means you really have a solid foundation for this individual concept. And so, hopefully I've sold you on teaching now. Now the next step is everyone, and probably a lot of you are saying, oh, but I'm not good enough to paint or to teach. And quite frankly, that's just not true. All you have to do is find 10 people that are worse than you. And since about 99% of the population doesn't even paint, that makes your job of finding students pretty darn easy. And even if you only start with 1 or 2, and maybe starting with around 5 isn't a bad way to go anyway if you've never taught before. And just start with 5 and see how they respond to it, and see how you like it. But mostly keep it a very friendly, light environment. That's the real secret, I think, to being a successful teacher. Not only for them, but for you as well. So, how do I teach? Do I have to create a game plan or anything like that? No, just start by spilling out whatever you know. And that's going to freak you out to go in cold turkey like that. Lay out a lesson plan. Say, today we're going to talk about underpainting or toning a canvas and starting a canvas. And then the next week we're going to talk about the different kinds of block-in. And then the next week after that we'll talk about the way to mix color. You see what I'm saying? You can break it down if you need to. That's not my style, but my style of teaching isn't right for everybody, so you have to figure out what it is you'd like to do. And really just do it. And a lot of hobby stores will let you teach for free. I know where we have these stores called Hobby Lobby, and I went in and talked to them years ago when I was interested in teaching, and they said, sure, come teach for free. We just ask that if anyone needs supplies, you recommend our store. And that seems like a pretty fair trade-off. Okay, another note on this teaching. If you don't know what to teach, just take what I've taught you through these lessons and through my tips and just regurgitate that to your students. I guarantee that's good information, and they'll like it. Now, it may be over some of their heads, but that's why you just start slow and see where everyone's at and just custom tailor your lessons or your instruction to each person. You cannot teach group people how to paint. It's very difficult. So you just go around and teach each person individually, 5 minutes at a time, what they need to hear. And trust me, the 5 minutes that you'll give them will easily last them an hour till you get around to them again, or whatever. So anyway, think about it, and I guarantee you'll be shocked at how much you'll learn from your students. All right, that's it. That's Dan with another tip of the week. Have a fantastic day. Peace out.